Now, before you think that I'm adding water to sodium hydroxide, just know that this is actually citric acid. What I do is I mix the water with the citric acid before the lye, so then when the citric acid and the lye react, it becomes sodium citrate, which is really good at grabbing onto those hard minerals that are in your water that create soap scum. So in my honest opinion, citric acid is definitely a must with handmade soaps because soap scum sucks. Definitely. I swear, water is like the worst thing to try and measure out. I kept touching the handle and freaking out thinking I poured too much. Here I am trying to be super careful. There we go, couple drops. I gotta mix in the citric acid, dissolve it before I end up adding the lye. It looks good. Melting the butters, warming it up. Now here I'm doing a lot of firsts. First time I'm using this immersion blender that I have, first time I'm using those white containers, and the first time I'm doing a pour like this, like where I put it all into one pot. So this is kind of new. Now wait for this. I just love how I throw this oil into the bowl. Just creating all these bubbles. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Anyways, it'll be all good. It's just kind of funny. And sad. I'm gonna get all that in there. Get all them goodies. Well, this is my citric acid, well, sodium citrate and lye water. I can't make up my mind where I want to put things. And I apologize ahead of time. I'm still kind of new at this, and I notice I'm mixing a lot out of frame. So if you want, you could just fast forward to the end. That's up to you. Now this thing is way more powerful than my last immersion blender. The last one I had to put it on an angle, and this one I just kept sucking up air. So what I'm trying to do is just get it emulsified. I'm not bringing it to trace. I'm just emulsifying it because I want it to be liquidy while I add in my colorants, which I use mica. So I'm just taking my time, making sure it's well blended. Nope, you can't do it without air bubbles though. Remember that. I swear sometimes I think air bubbles are my technique. Anyways, this is fun. It's looking good. Now I don't have a technique on how to clean this off yet. I got used to my other one, but I'll get it eventually. Not very thorough, but hey, it happens. Still can't make up my mind. I'm going to use 4 different colors for this. So I'm dividing it up so then I can mix in my colorants. This takes a little bit of time, so if you want to fast forward, once again, that's fine. This is titanium dioxide mixed with almond oil, sweet almond oil. Next time I plan on putting them in a dispenser because titanium dioxide is really hard to clean. It's not fun. So I think that would be great. The reason why I'm adding the titanium dioxide is to lighten up the soap so then the colors will be more vibrant and they'll, you know, pop better in the natural yellow soap or greenish tint. It won't, like, you know, overpower the colors. I love watching myself. I can't ever make up my mind, it seems like. Well, I do make up my mind, but it's funny how just like my hand gestures and stuff, like you can tell that I'm thinking about something or deciding. So I'm gonna end up fast forwarding this or speeding it up because I didn't realize I was out of frame so much. And then I just gotta wait for them to come to a little bit of trace, just slightly thicker. Which the blue seemed to be the most fluid, so I gotta wait on that. Be stirring it a little bit more. Trying to speed it up a little bit. And I had to wash my hands because I felt some tingly. And here I am speeding it up because I'm struggling so hard with getting these gloves on after washing my hands. But I finally got it done. Ta-da! In goes the essential oils. For this one, I chose to use sweet orange essential oil. What was it? Chamomile and peppermint. It actually smells really good. I hope the scent actually lasts, like through the cure of the soap. So this one's gonna look more like well, the color is robin's egg. And it looks more green in here, but it really turns out to be really pretty. Now I had to find something to prop this up, so I just used this little thing that I haven't even changed at all. It's just a plain piece thing that I got from Dollar Tree. And it seemed to work fine. It didn't slip off and or anything like that, so it worked out. Now here I am realizing that I should have put the blue in one of the or the white ones. Because I wanted the blue at the bottom, but then I ended up going with just having the robin's egg color, the greenish teal, at the bottom because I wasn't gonna pour all of them out of the stainless steel bowl. So I had to make a little change, but I think it turned out good. Tell it's not perfect, but it's mine. Sorry, I'm covering up everything. Alright, now it's almost time to pour it into the mold. Exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. Yeah, I got tired of the goggles. Let's toss them right over there. Now, I don't really have like a specific plan for this look. I was just kind of winging it in a way. No, I wanted to get the more layers, but I really had no idea what this would have turned out to be until after I cut it. Talk about it being impatient. That was difficult. Oh, this was actually the first time I ever put my soap in the or a warm oven also, so that was pretty cool because it fully gelled and it just looked a lot nicer. Because before in the past with my CP soap, I would always get that circle in the center. It drove me nuts, led me to start making only hot process soap. So this was like my first cold process in probably a few months, honestly. And I'm really happy with it. It was fun to do. Few taps. Still has air bubbles though. Tell you that now. I'm thinking about doing the top, but I know it's really fluid, so telling myself to leave it alone, but it's not in my nature. So I have to give it a little touch. But I ended up leaving it alone and just made some lines along the top. But I didn't do anything special. I didn't do any type of swirl. I just kept it as it is for the most part. And here I am, being me. Oop, nope. Too fluid. Alright. Gonna leave the spatula alone. Alright, so this is the next morning. Yes, I am impatient. I should have waited like a few hours longer. This was probably like about maybe like 14 hours, I believe. But once again, you can fast forward this because I am not kidding you. It took me over 2 minutes to get this out of the mold. One of my hardest soaps to remove from the mold so far. But here it is. If you want, you can watch me struggle. I'm trying to think about it. I feel like if I waited just a few more hours longer, it would have been a lot easier because the edges were starting to like fold in a little bit. That's why I was just trying to pull it straight out, but man, I was struggling. It's hard to watch. Look at me go. Thing I'm like so impatient to get it cut so I can see what's inside of it that I'm just like honestly trying to pop it out wrong. Here, I almost get it, but I didn't want it to bow at the bottom on that corner. So here, let's start over. And there I go. I say, screw it, and I just peel that off. Ta-da! Yeah, it was still pretty soft. Yes, you're in frame. Ooh. Once again, me being so impatient, I forgot to get my tray ready, but you'll see that. I'll put those on the tray. Remember a couple years ago I got really into pouring paint, and this really reminded me of doing that, where you mix everything in and then you pour it out, how the colors are blended and weaved together. Makes me want to paint now. Maybe I'll do that today. I wanted to slice it so bad, but it was like the perfect size. Well, there it goes. This one's my favorite. So I lay them on their side so they don't end up having a curve to them. So after I think about like maybe 2 or 3 days, I'll go ahead and flip these over and let them, dry up a little bit on the other side. Yeah, and then eventually they go upright. I just like to keep my a little formula, a little recipe in with them so it doesn't get mixed around. And this is where it goes. And we'll slide up in there. Oh, and here's some photos. As you can see, there are bubbles, but it's still beautiful, and I'm really excited. Thank you for watching.